The first time I saw Nico, he was bleeding on the floor of the art studio. It was a Tuesday in late November, Seattle gray and damp and half asleep. I had taken a substitute teaching job at a community center downtown, mostly to keep myself out of bed after 11 a.m., the kind where they pay in thank yous and leftover granola bars, but it was something to tether me after the year I'd had. I wasn't supposed to be in the sculpture room that day. I'd forgotten my keys and went back in through the side entrance, only to find him slumped against the wall, knuckles split, clay shattered at his feet like a broken offering. He didn't look at me, just wiped the blood on his jeans and muttered, "It's not as dramatic as it looks." I didn't believe him. He was one of those men who looked like he came from somewhere cinematic. Olive skin, cheekbones sharp enough to wound, and eyes like winter fog over deep water. Dangerous in the way grief is when it wears the right smile. Over the next few weeks, I kept seeing him, always late, always alone, always sculpting the same figure over and over again, a woman curled inward like she was bracing for something that never came. I asked him once, softly, "Who is she?" He didn't answer for a long time then. Someone I should have protected. I knew that kind of ache. My brother Evan had died the year before, and I had spent every morning since trying to forgive myself for not answering his last text. We both had ghosts. His just had a face. Eventually we started talking, not the normal kind of talking, more like quiet confessions wrapped in half-jokes and long silences. We'd sit on the roof of the studio after class, sharing tangerines and looking out over the sound like the world might someday make sense again. He told me about Argentina, where he was born, about his mother who painted birds that never flew, and about a sister named Lila who had once dreamed of being a ballet dancer. I told him about Evan, about the panic attacks, about the antidepressants I didn't take, and the hours I lost just staring at walls. He never looked away. One night, after too much wine and not enough distance, he kissed me. It was slow, intentional, like a song that doesn't rush the chorus. After that, we fell into something quiet and consuming. He stayed over, but never stayed past sunrise. He touched me like I was made of glass, and I let him, because sometimes softness feels like salvation. But he never talked about the woman in the sculpture. Then one evening, I came into the studio early and found him crying, not just tears, a full body collapse. He didn't hear me at first. He was clutching something, an envelope. When I stepped closer, he looked up, eyes raw. "I need to tell you something." He handed me the letter. It was in Spanish, but I understood enough. It was from Lila's therapist, a discharge summary, suicide attempt in 20. She survived, he said, but I didn't, not really. He told me the whole story then, how Lila had confided in him, how he brushed her off, how the night she tried to end her life, he had been out getting high, how he found her barely breathing, how he hadn't touched clay since until this class. He didn't say it, but I could hear the guilt like a second heartbeat in the room. I sat down beside him, quietly, took his hand. "You didn't kill her," I said. "No." He whispered, "But I didn't save her either." We sat there for hours, and something shifted. After that night, the sculpture changed. The woman stopped curling inward. Her arms began to open as if offering something, an apology, maybe, or forgiveness. Weeks passed. He started sleeping and smiling more. I started painting again. Small canvases, messy and bright. I didn't expect a happy ending. I just wanted something honest. Then one morning, I woke to find a note on my nightstand. "Lila wants to meet you. I think she'd like your paintings. Come with me." We took a train to Portland. I met her in a bookstore cafe. She had the same eyes as Nico, but held her sadness differently. Like a stone, not a wound, she hugged me, thanked me for helping him remember how to live. Later that night, back at the hotel, he said, "You didn't save me either, but you stayed. And maybe that's better." He kissed me again. It still wasn't a fairy tale, but it felt like a beginning. And I think for the first time in a long time, we both believed we deserved one.